Hello, and welcome to today's interview with one of our amazing speakers from the Women Thrive Summit. I'm so excited to have you here today for this incredible conversation with my special guest, Dr. Maria Cristina. Hello there, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much.
Where are you joining us from?
So I'm in Reno, Nevada, and we're close to Lake Tahoe. We're not close to Las Vegas. So a northern part of the state.
Oh, I love that. Well, we're certainly traveling all around the world to meet our speakers who will be taking the stage at the Women Thrive Summit in March. And today, of course, we're meeting Dr. Maria Cristina, and we're talking about conquering age with the three powerful lifestyle changes. I would love for you to meet Maria because she is the founder of Sheehan Wellness and Health and Wellness. She's a health style advocate, empowering those who wish to live life longer and healthier achieve their goals. She went from college president serving three institutions over the course of the 20 years to a winning fitness competitor, health coach, and a trainer, all after turning age of 70. Dr. Maria, you look incredible, may I say so?
Thank you so much.
Tell me a little bit more about your journey on health and wellness and what you do today.
Well, it's I spent so many years in the academic world, which is very sedentary, and we do not put a lot of emphasis on our lifestyle, not at all. I mean, we're very focused as academicians, very focused on our missions of our institutions, and often to the detriment of our health. And that was me. Okay, so I was watching my colleagues get heavier, so was I, having all sorts of health issues. And even I think the moment that really spoke to me was the death of a colleague, literally on the job.
Wow.
And yeah, on the job, heavily stressed, and we were all stressed. But adding a couple of other things to his lifestyle that I'm sure contributed to his early passing. And so that was sort of my aha moment. And most of us, when we make a change that is focused on our health, we have some sort of moment that says to us, we have to do this. It's really going to be the important thing in our life. There's something that happens, it triggers that. And for me, it was his passing away that I needed to take back my health. So at 69, I'm looking at 70, and it did not look very good. It looked like I was going to be aging stereotypically and have, just a whole set of issues to deal with health wise. I was going down that path, heavier, slower, achier, not having the energy, and it's certainly ashamed of my body, ashamed of my body. And so I decided there had to be another way. There just had to be another way. And so I discovered, with the help of my financial advisor, because I was just at that point of thinking I better get out of what I'm doing. At 69, I thought, I've done this job for 20 years and I've been in education for over 40 years. Maybe it is time for a course correction. Maybe I should be doing something else. So, and then I thought, well, if I'm going to do something else, why not invest in my own health? But I didn't know what to do. And I think that's where most women, we find ourselves. We don't know what to do. We're confused about, all the different diets and then all these different exercise plans. But what I was able to uh, steer myself into with the help of my financial advisor, and he'd seen me over the years just get heavier and heavier and heavier. He said, "You should see my trainer." And that started my journey. So when he said that, my first reaction to it was, I'm not going to pick up a weight. No way. You're going to get those big hulky muscles and be very masculine. I'm not going to do it. And then I thought, I got to do something. So I went. And my trainer was very old school, 3 sessions a week, and this is what you're going to eat. And I thought, oh my gosh. But the first set of sessions was 36. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do those 36 sessions, and afterwards I'll just be great. Well, as you know, it's a journey. 36 sessions, you're just learning what strength training is all about. But it was a game changer for me. And it is for all women who take that step, take that first
Mm.
step.
It's incredible to hear from you that at the age of 69, you decided to make a correction change. And to me, this is a display of it's never too late. And this is what you're doing now to supporting others. Not only you got your own health back, but also you're helping others. Is it too late? Or can people get onto this wellness and aging gracefully uh, track anytime?
We can at any time. Now, what I would say is, why wait? Okay,
Mm,
why wait? So I wish I had known in my 40s what I know now. I could have lived in the body I wanted at 40, or I wanted at 50, and the health and energy I wanted then that I didn't have. And now at 77, I have it, right? So why wait? But to your point, when is it too late? Well, I would say never,
mm,
because there's been a study on centenarians. Now these people are 100 years old, so there can't be a whole lot of them in these studies. But what they found is that they can build back muscle mass with light weights. So if they can do it 100, then it's never too late for anyone.
wow. I'm inspired. I'm looking at you, Dr. Maria, and I'm looking at your shape and your positivity and radiance. I'm like, I need to go back to the gym. So, if someone is wondering, like, where does it begin? Does it begin in the gym? Does it begin at other lifestyle changes? Is it food? Where would you say if someone is looking to age beautifully, gracefully, get back on that health routine? What's the first thing they should be looking at?
I think it really does start with mindset and a determination that you can have a better life if you want it. And what stops us, especially as women, is thinking that is just the way it has to be. And media doesn't help us, it projects the image of decline as we age and really focuses on young and thin. And so then I hear so many women saying, "Gee, I feel invisible." And then, of course, we participate in the invisibility, which I say, no. Okay, so I am a natural body fitness competitor. Okay, there is no invisibility there. Okay, there you are on stage in your tiny little outfit. You're not invisible. So I'm not participating, I'm not buying into that. So the first thing is to shift that belief that it has to be a certain way and that you can change your course because you absolutely can. So if you can get to that point, then the second point, and I'm going to be covering all of these things in my talk on March 20th. But the second thing is to clean up our diet. And we just get so confused about what we should be eating. And it doesn't need to be that hard. And it can't be a diet. It has to be a, a lifestyle of meal planning and food choices. It has to be knowing the science of eating, because there is a big science behind how we eat and when we eat, and then, of course, what we eat. And so, just starting with, if we could do one thing for food, I would say cut out sugar. And
Mm,
that's very, very difficult. It's in everything, especially in the US. It's in everything.
yeah.
So it's in everything. So we have to read our labels very carefully. And we put a lot of additives in our food here. And we are eating processed food and we're eating too much. So I would say that watch the portions if you can. If you have one tiny little step, watch your portions, because in our country we oversize everything. Everything is large, large portions. Um, So when we go to a restaurant, we could cut our portion in half, get a box, and take it. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's how we can control the portions. And then if we can look at reducing the amount of sugar, that would be one tiny step to take. And it's not so tiny, it's
Yeah.
really an important one. And then the next thing would be to step into exercise and movement of any kind. Of course, the best response that you're going to get is what you do with strength training, building muscle. So, muscle building isn't just so you look good in your jeans, it is about how we protect our body and live
Mm.
better now and into the future. So, the muscle centric doctors are saying to us, you develop skeletal muscle, and it is going to even protect your immune system as well as help you age longer and better.
I love this. So important. Sometimes it's little changes that can make a huge difference. Dr. Maria, when you started out on your health journey, what challenges did you find that you have had to face yourself before you got over to the other side, I would say?
Well, when I started the strength training, I could see that I was getting a little bit stronger, but it is a journey and it does not happen overnight. So we don't become overweight and have the melodies that we have in our lives overnight. It happens over a progression of time. So it's
Mhm.
not going to reverse itself just like that. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. So I think that we all want that quick fix. And so what I had to understand is this is not a quick fix. This is a lifestyle, but it does not mean all day in the gym. So that was exciting to me that you could maximize the amount of time that you put in. So when I talk to my clients, I say, okay, if you only have this much time, let's see how we can maximize those minutes. Who wants to spend all day in the gym? No one. No one. Okay, so we don't have to do that. But if we just spend all of our time on cardio, and for women, that's what we emphasize is cardio, then we're not maximizing the amount of time that we're in that exercise mode. Because once we finish the cardio, done. But once we finish our strength training exercise, we're not done. We continue to burn calories. Okay, so we get a better response from a shorter amount of time if we put it into strength training.
Mm. Dr. Maria, at your age, you still traveling the world, hosting retreats, working with clients. How do you do it? I know that, what is the secret to your youthfulness?
It is putting everything together. It is not believing that we have to age it a certain way. It is throwing that out. Okay. And one of the leaders of this, I think, is Martha Stewart. Look how many times Martha Stewart has reinvented herself. And now she was just recently on like she was cover girl of Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. She's 81. Okay, she's 81. So she thinks, she went to prison for a period of time. She got out, she got her TV show going, her books going. She totally reinvented her life from her prison days. Nobody remembers that now. And she is a cover girl. She's saying, I don't care what other people think. I'm going to age the way that I want to. And so for me, it is the energy that we get comes from our mental state, but it comes from what we're putting into our body and then how we're moving our bodies.
I feel like, this notion of forever young, right? We all want to be forever young, but it does take dedication. It does take work. It does take commitment to stay in this mindset, and also the body that carrying us, that we want to be forever young, right?
Right. So actually, we can be biologically younger than we are chronologically. And if we put all of the things together, so all the researchers, I spent a lot of time studying the researchers on longevity, and that is what they're saying, that we can turn back that biological clock. We can do it. And we just don't know what to do, but with a few steps. And that's why I'm excited about my talk that's coming up on the 20th, because I'm gonna delve into all the strategies, and they're really not that hard.
Yeah, I think we got so much to learn from you, Dr. Maria. I'm so glad that we have you on the summit this year because you're really defying some of those mindsets that people say, hey, it's too late. Is it too late? Am I the oldest in the room, right? And here you are, still conquering the world and doing incredible things, working with clients where a lot of people would be thinking, oh, I need to take a rest. I just want to sleep on a couch and take a break. And here you are still doing incredible things.
Well, my inspiration is the women. I have a closed Facebook group. It's called Flourish with Age. And there I share the stories of the super agers. These are women over 80, over 90, over 100 years of age, going strong. So that's my inspiration. And it's so sad that we're not focused internationally focused on these women and men that are doing so much at a much later age, because that should be our model.
Do you think there is misconception because the media doesn't really shine a spotlight on these amazing people who, at any age, still conquering their dreams?
You're absolutely right. I do believe that's true. The media is concentrating on youth, and
Mm.
not. So that's why we're so excited to see Martha Stewart kind of breaking through that ceiling, that of when you could be sexy and beautiful. And there she is
Mm.
at 81 doing it. Yes, but that was one little spotlight, and we don't see any of the others that are out
Yeah.
there and doing great things.
So, Dr. Maria, what's on your vision or bucket list to still do and, explore the world or your own personal goals?
Well, okay, so I'm learning piano this year. So, what we know is that we need to be curious and explore new things as we age. So, I was listening to a 102-year-old doctor, sharp as can be, and that's what she was saying. She still has more to learn. She's going to be writing another, she's 102. She's going to be writing another book. Okay, so I will be turning 78 next month. And so I'm thinking in my 80s, I would like to be studying flamenco in Spain. And I would like to be really progressing in my piano. I would like to be, even better in my ability to uh, perform yoga poses. So I do study yoga, and I think it's really important. And I'm really bad at it, but I'm getting better. So the surprise for me was you can get better as you age. You can get better.
Yeah. I think you can get better at any age if you keep on practicing, right? The magic is in the doing. I always say people want to get there, right? We say, I have this goal, I want to get there. But they forget about the journey. And if you practice, you just get better. You master that skill. And that's the secret sauce, which is not many people want to hear the hard work that it takes to get there.
Absolutely the case. It's just a journey. I heard that yesterday from one of your fabulous speakers, and I just want to listen to the whole summit. You have so many great speakers with so much wisdom to give on every part of how we can improve our lives.
Oh my goodness. I'm loving this conversation, Dr. Maria, but I know we're going to extend this very conversation on conquering aging with powerful lifestyle changes at the Women Thrive Summit, as you well mentioned. And you are one of our VIP speakers at the summit. Tell me a little bit more about what people can expect from your talk.
Well, I have 40 minutes, so that's going to give me kind of a ability to do a deep dive. So I'm excited to be able to talk more about the mindset issue and where that comes from and how we can make that shift. And then I'm also going to talk about the whole science of eating and what we should know, especially about intermittent fasting. And then, um, so I'll give some more nutritional tips. And then I'm going to switch into okay, what exercises can you do without equipment? So you're at home, you have no equipment, you want to start. Where do you start? I'm going to give some specific exercises. And most women worry about their arms, and no one should be worrying about their arms and not being able to wear something sleeveless because their arms are not in shape. I'm going to show what exercises we need to do in order not to worry about flabby arms.
Oh, goodness me. And can you do some magic, bring a magic wand for women who are overthinking and self-judging themselves right now?
Absolutely. You know, we are beautiful where we are, but we have to invest in where we want to be for the future. So,
Mm,
we carry extra weight around. That's not going to be healthy in the long run for us. And so we don't need to think about it in terms of beauty because beauty is from the inside, but we need to think about extra weight from the point of how healthy are we going to be long term.
wow. Absolutely. It's our goals. What are your goals? Where are you headed? That really does matter. And it doesn't matter where you are. Like you were saying, you got to a certain point in your life and you realized, God, this is my wake up moment. This is my moment to make a change. And if you're watching this right now and thinking, oh, it's too late, there's nothing I can do, I can't change something. Hey, look at Dr. Maria, like conquering her dreams. It's never too late.
Never.
I love that. Dr. Maria, how can people get in touch with you if they are interested in staying in contact, maybe following up on their own goals of getting healthier and fitter and aging more gracefully?
Well, I hope to have some more wellness retreats, their destination retreats coming up. And all my information is on my website, Dr. Maria Cristina, with an R, not an H, Christina.com. And there are links to my socials and love to give help, inspiration, support anytime I can.
Yeah. Well, to all of our listeners, make sure that you follow up with Dr. Maria Cristina on her website. It's shown on our screen right now. Head over to her website, check out what programs she has, where she's traveling, where she's hosting her next retreat, or just connect on social media and just let her know that you watch this. It is very much appreciated when our audience take the time to connect with our speakers because this is where the magic happens. At the Women Thrive, we host some incredible women from all around the world on our stage, sharing their wisdom, sharing their experiences, and hoping that with what they share, that you will have immense transformation. And if you're watching this right now and you're thinking, hey, I want a little bit more, make sure you join us at the Women Thrive Summit happening 18th to the 22nd of March. And this is our virtual global event for women. And you can learn all things around business, health, fitness, relationships, money, confidence building, and so much more. So head over to Women Thrive Summit, save your spot because we've got some amazing goodness lined up for you. Dr. Maria, it's such a pleasure to have been connected with you, to come across the work that you're doing last year, and just an honor to have you on a stage. And I'm really, really excited to see you at the summit.
Thank you so much. My pleasure, for sure.
Before we go, what is the last bit of advice? If there's anything people will walk away from today's live, what is the last bit that you would tell them?
Start with one step today, just one little step. It can be exercise, just movement, or it can be eliminating sugar, just one thing, just one small step. Just start today.
I'm taking that on board. I am taking that on board. And if you're watching this right now, you never know who may need this information. So make sure you share that with your social media followers. It was so much highly appreciated. We want to spread the word out far and wide. And I know this is streaming to our Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube. So make sure you grab the link and share it with your social media followers. For now, that is all. And I hope you enjoyed this live interview. Come back for more. And of course, save your seat at the Women Thrive Summit. That we look forward to seeing you there. Thanks, Maria. Good to see
Bye
you.
bye.